Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Can't Hardly Wait. So, I have seen this movie before, but I have not seen it in the longest time. Uh, I just, I randomly watched it on TV one or two times when I was younger, like middle school age or early high school, and I never like remembered what it was called. I enjoyed the movie when I initially saw it, but I just never even I saw it like once or twice, and I never even knew what it was called. I remember like the main character Preston. He's trying to call Barry Manilow. I always for some reason remembered that little sequence. But yeah, I just totally forgot about this movie. And then once I got older, I saw it pop up on streaming a couple of times. I'm like, hey, I saw that movie. I saw that on TV. That's a good one. And I'm like, oh, Can't Hardly Wait. Okay, cool. Now I know what it's called. So, anyways, I haven't seen this movie since back in the day whenever I watched it on TV, and I was browsing streaming. I had this in my list, and I was actually watching this show called Holliston, and it's made by Adam Green, who he directed pretty much all the Hatchet movies. And there was like an episode with Seth Green in it, and I was just fiending for Seth Green, and I was like, you know what? Let me just watch. Can't Hardly Wait. See Seth Green rocking some goggles. Trying to get with chicks in a bathroom. So yeah, that's the main reason why I decided to rewatch this, is because I was just watching this show Holliston, and Seth Green was on an episode. So I'm like, I just wanted to see Seth Green rocking some goggles, spitting game at some nice young ladies with a backpack full of sexual supplies. So that is the main reason why I decided to rewatch Can't Hardly Wait. And after rewatching it, I'm telling you what, when I initially watched the movie a couple times randomly on TV and I didn't know what it was called, I thought it was good, and I was like, I gotta find out what this movie's called eventually. I gotta find out more about this movie. After rewatching it, I still think it's super enjoyable, and I'm still a really big fan. This is a extremely solid teen comedy, teen drama, and yeah, it's great. I mean, the 80s, you had some fantastic teen movies, but like the 90s and the 2000s had some fantastic ones as well. So this is definitely one of them. Now I'm going to jump into the plot summary. So basically, you have all these seniors, and they're all attending this huge graduation party. The story mainly follows this guy Preston, and he has a crush on this girl Amanda. He's had a crush on her since freshman year, but he never really got a chance to shoot his shot. And she's newly single. She's like the most popular girl in school because she's dating the most popular guy, Mike Dexter, who's this like jock guy. He's like varsity everything. So basically, Mike broke up with Amanda, so Amanda's newly single. She's the most popular girl in school. Everyone's trying to get with her. And while Preston's at this party, he wants to, shoot his shot at Amanda. He wants to give her this love letter that he has been, he's wrote 50,000 drafts. It's like he crafted the perfect love letter, and he wants to slip it to Amanda and profess his love for her. So that is that's the basic plot summary there. So getting into some random points. Actually, I'm going to start with just some random stuff that I like about the movie. The party atmosphere in this movie is absolutely fantastic. I think it, even though this is like a big budget Hollywood movie, it's like a big studio film. It really does feel like a real high school party, and it's just like such a fun atmosphere. Um, I did like the romance between Preston and Amanda, and you know there was some good drama as well where you know it's kind of like the story kind of focuses on the end of high school, and a lot of these characters, like, you know, they're happy to leave high school, but it's like, you know, what happens after this chapter, and they're all kind of confused. They're like figuring out, you know, what they're going to do after high school and what life is going to be like, but at the same time they're still in that high school mindset of like popularity and, you know, getting the popular girl and stuff. So yeah, the drama's good, and yeah, like I said, the romance is good too between Amanda and Preston. There's also a good little romance between Seth Green's character Kenny and his love interest Denise, who is best friends with Preston. But Kenny's not like initially into Denise. He's just like desperately trying to have sex with anyone. But he gets like locked in this bathroom with Denise, and they kind of hit it off. So yeah, you had, you know, great atmosphere. The romance was good. The drama was good. There's also this whole element of like fate that is like a big component of the movie, where the main character Preston, he believes in fate, and he thinks, you know, everything is meant to be, and that, you know, he's supposed to get with Amanda, and it's like fate and destiny. That was a nice little story element. And then the side characters in this movie make the movie, because you know, Preston and Amanda, like the two you know, I guess they're protagonists, the two protagonists, as well as the antagonist Mike, they all play it straight for the most part, but the side characters make the movie. The side characters in this movie are the comic relief. Like, you have this one character played by the guy who plays Shermanator in all the American Pie movies. He's like constantly stealing. He's stealing at every chance he gets. He's just swiping something. There's this one guy who's like constantly reminiscing. He's like, dude, remember in 4th grade when you like wet your pants? That was crazy. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't remember what he said, but his character was funny. You had this foreign exchange student that didn't speak English well, and everyone got him to say like dirty stuff. Seth Green's character was funny. He's like a wannabe rapper. You had like the yearbook girl. There's like this funny stoner guy. Like, there, just all of the side characters in this movie were so funny, and just, I don't know, just wacky and outlandish and fantastic. So yeah, that's all the main overall stuff that I liked about the movie. Now I'm gonna get into some random stuff. You know, at one point in the movie, so there's this one character. He's this kind of nerdy guy, and he kind of infiltrates the party because he wants to get revenge on Mike Dexter, because Mike Dexter like bullied him throughout high school, and his buddies are just like posted up on the roof of the party. They never go in, but one of the nerd guy's buddies is talking about like he was supposed to see his model girlfriend from the internet, but she flaked on him. And I'm telling you, every time I see something like that in a teen movie where you have some character talking about they have a girlfriend in Canada, they have an internet model girlfriend, like, some people might think that's just a movie thing, but I swear I could count on 2 hands how many kids in school would just boost like that and just lie and say that they had some model girlfriend. Like, I remember in elementary school, there was this one buddy that was like in my friend group, and he would always say like, yeah, I got this model girlfriend in California. And then there was like a couple other guys who would say that like, I got this model girlfriend, and we were in elementary school, but we were still like, dude, this is cappuccino, like this is straight capicola, like what are you talking about? Like, you don't have a model girlfriend, dude. I'm like 10 years old here, but I'm not that stupid. Like, come on. And yeah, dudes would always say that like they got the model girlfriend in Canada. So I really liked that, and people probably think it's just a movie thing, but people in school would always do that. There's this customer there's this customer that comes into my work, and he's like in his 60s, and he shows me pictures, like he'll show me like naked pictures of this model chick. I don't even want to see it. Like I'm at work. I'm work mode. And he'll just like show me pictures of this naked model chick, and he's like, "Yeah, this is my girlfriend. She wants me to like, send her money and help her with her court case." And I'm like, I'm just like, "Cool, dude. That's a big score. Like, good for you. You're a player." But in my head, I know he's getting catfished, and I kind of feel bad about it. But at the same time, this dude is a dick, so I kind of don't feel bad for it. But even dudes in their 60s are out here getting catfished, which that doesn't actually really relate to the kids in school who are boosting, because they're just lying and they don't have a internet model girlfriend. But I don't know. I just thought I would bring that up because I thought it's kind of related, but I just thought that's crazy that this 60-year-old guy is getting catfished, and it's like a perfect 10 out of 10 chick. Like, you gotta be a realist. Like, I'm not out here. Like, if some perfect 10 out of 10 chick was trying to holler at me, I would be skeptical. I'm alright looking, but you gotta be skeptical. If like the chick's too hot, too perfect, you gotta be skeptical. So I don't know if that really related to my initial point, but whatever. Before I go too long, I gotta move on here. So another point that I want to bring up is, Jason Segel is in this movie. He has like a small role, and he's just like licking a piece of watermelon at one point in the movie, and it doesn't really make sense. You're like, why is this guy licking watermelon? But it's weird because when you watch the trailer for this movie, they show this scene where he has this watermelon and he's talking about it's filled with vodka, and then it like breaks on the ground. So it would make sense and give you context if that scene was included in the movie. But that scene's in the trailer, but it didn't get added to the final cut of the movie. So it doesn't make any sense. He's just there like licking watermelon. It's supposed to be vodka watermelon, but like you would never even know unless you saw the trailer. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and that was kind of funny. I kind of like that they didn't include that scene, like showing him drop the watermelon and explaining that it was filled with vodka, because it's just more, it's kind of funnier, it's kind of more random that he's just like randomly just licking watermelon. He's not even eating it. So yeah, that was kind of funny, and yeah, it's just weird that it's in, like, they would include something in the trailer that wasn't in the final cut of the movie. But who the heck knows? I don't know. Another point here, there's this like stoner guy, and he's talking about Velma from Scooby-Doo, and how she's like a beautiful woman and stuff like that. And there was this like instance at my last job where me and this one older gentleman, we were just talking, and we got to talking about Velma, and we were just like talking about how out of all the women in Scooby-Doo, I think there's only 2 women. I think it's just Velma and Daphne, but they're like, who would you pick, Velma or Daphne? And we're both like, Velma all the way. Like, she's a freak. Velma gets freaky with it. Like, you just know, like, she plays it cool, like, oh, I'm calm and collected, and I'm chill, and I'm nerdy, and I'm unsuspecting, but Velma's like a freak in the sheets. So I liked that stoner guy was also on our same page and appreciating Velma, because I mean, she's an underrated character. Daphne, she's for the birds. She's too posh. She's too bougie. Like everyone knows, like real ones know. You know, Velma, she's a beautiful lady. Like shouts out to Velma. I mean, if she wants to holler at me, I'll put my number in the description of this video. Anyways, that's enough talking about how cartoon characters are hot. Let me move on to another point here. So, there's the girl who is hosting the party. She is constantly just losing her marbles, totally tripping because everything in her house is getting destroyed. Everyone is destroying her house, and I can relate to that because a couple times in high school I had a party like at my house, and something always got destroyed. Like there was one instance where this kid spilled like a whole can of beer on my pool table in my basement, and to this day it's just stained all over with beer. This one kid like broke a beautiful nice lamp at my house, and then this one guy who was actually like one of my close buddies, and he was on my wrestling team. He actually like caught on fire. His like shirt caught on fire, and he like burned his whole back up at my house. I felt bad about it. Like it wasn't really my fault, but I felt bad. He got like some serious he had like scars after, like his whole back was all burnt up. He was like in the bathroom like making out with his girlfriend, and I had a bunch of candles everywhere for some reason. I don't know, to set the mood. I don't know. But anyways, he like leaned into a candle and his like whole shirt caught on fire and he got all burned up. So yeah, I can relate to like when you're hosting a party in high school, like something's always going to get broken in your house and it's going to be a stressful situation. It's way more enjoyable to just be a guest. It's like, it's more fun to go on someone's boat for a day as opposed to like owning a boat where you have to like keep up with it, and if someone comes on there and they mess something up, you got to pay for it, you got to fix it. It's like that. So I totally relate. And then I didn't write this down in my notes. I'm going off script here, but this is just kind of, I'm just going to bring this up because I referenced this movie today. So I was getting a haircut today. As you can see, got that fresh cut. You already know, summer cut. What's up? But anyways, I was getting my hair cut, and it was like this older woman was cutting my hair, and I don't know like how we got to this topic, but we were talking about like Tinder and meeting women. I'm like, yeah, like I don't have a Tinder. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a good texter. I'm like, that seems like a weird way to meet ladies. And she's like, yo, if you're trying to meet some ladies, you gotta go to a grocery store. And I was like, that sounds like legit. I'm like, my brother met his long-term girlfriend at a grocery store. I'm like, who knows? Maybe I'll just be in the Pop-Tart aisle. I'll get a strawberry Pop-Tart. Another woman, young lady, beautiful young lady, will get a strawberry Pop-Tart. I'll be like, you like strawberry Pop-Tarts? What are the chances? Oh my goodness, you want to talk about Pop-Tarts for 10 minutes? Hey, here's my number. How's it going? You want a date? You want to hang out? So yeah, I don't know, had to mention that because in the movie, and I don't even know if I mentioned this, how this relates to the movie, but in the movie, like Preston initially was crushing on Amanda, and he was like whipping out a Pop-Tart out of his bag, and he had a strawberry Pop-Tart, and she also had a strawberry Pop-Tart, and he's like, what are the chances? It's fate. It's meant to be. She's eating the same breakfast pastry as me. So yeah, I don't know if I initially said how my little haircut story related to the movie, but yeah, there is a instance in the movie that revolves around strawberry Pop-Tarts. So there you go. And then just the last point I have here is another buddy at my last job. He was talking about this movie, and he was like, yeah, like he wasn't the biggest fan of it. He thought it was like, he's like, you know what, like it was cool, but It wasn't as good as like other teen movies like American Pie. I don't know. I think this movie's good. I don't really like comparing movies. I mean, American Pie is fantastic, but I don't know. He wasn't huge on this movie. He just thought it was all right, and he's like, "Man, you know what I didn't get about this movie?" He's like, the where are they now stuff at the end of the movie with the main with the main antagonist Mike. He's like, that was harsh. Like, the dude lost his scholarship and lost his job, and he's 40 pounds overweight. He's like, man, that was really harsh. And even though I didn't agree with him with, you know, this movie just being all right, like, I think this is a pretty good teen comedy. I did agree with him on the fact that the whole where are they now thing with Mike was kind of harsh. Like, I mean, he was an a-hole, but I feel like he did kind of redeem himself, like when he apologized to the nerd guy, and then when he kind of like took the rap when him and the nerd guy like got caught by the police and went to jail. Like, he took the rap, and he was an a-hole after, where he acted like he didn't know the nerdy guy, but he still took the rap for him, and he kind of redeemed himself. So, you know, even though he was an a-hole, like, I didn't want to see him like down bad, like lose his scholarship and lose his job. So yeah, I kind of agree with my buddy that the where are they now for Mike was kind of harsh. Like, you know, I don't know. He wasn't that bad of a guy. Plus, I mean, he was an a-hole, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know if he deserved to like lose his scholarship, lose his job, and, you know, he was an a-hole, but homeboy was in high school. Like, you know, he was young. Like, you know, he's got time to mature and grow up and not be an a-hole. So yeah, it was kind of a harsh where are they now. But anyways, that's the last point that I wanted to get into. So yeah, this was kind of a random video. I hope it was okay. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna get into my recommendation. Then I'm gonna head out. So, like I said, this is a super solid teen comedy. The romance is on point. The comedy is on point. You got some good drama. You know, Can't Hardly Wait. I think it's a fantastic teen drama. It could. You could call it like at this point you could call it a classic. I think it's up there with stuff like, you know, like Clueless or American Pie. Like, I think it's, or like Road Trip. I think it's up there with those movies. I don't like comparing movies like which one is better, but it's definitely up there with all those other really good you know, teen movies. So if you haven't seen Can't Hardly Wait, I would absolutely recommend it. It's free right now on Tubi, so you know, if you're curious after watching this video, I would say definitely check it out. Definitely worth the watch. So yeah, that's my recommendation, and that has been my review of Can't Hardly Wait. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.